From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning and happy Halloween Eve out there. For tonight, we'll have another chance of frost. Probably the last time we're going to talk about frost this year, as we're right at the very end of growing season. Rain will be possible for Halloween night into Saturday. Definitely not a washout. And then more rain is going to be possible for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. High temperatures staying put for lower elevation still, mostly in the 50s. Okay, wind gusts for this morning, not a factor. This map definitely not looking how it looked just 24 hours back. And temperatures also not looking how it looked 24 hours back. Much colder out there. 31 for the Tri-Cities, 32 for Pendleton. We're around freezing in the valley, so many of us might have to break out that ice scraper for this morning. You'll definitely need a heavier jacket. Here's your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations. Going to be into the low to mid 40s around lunchtime. And then 40s and 50s for the warmest part of the day. You can see clouds increasing ahead of that storm system for Halloween night into Saturday. I'll show you the rain chances for that trick-or-treating time frame coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, an update on a shooting at a house party in Pasco. Police saying arrests have now been made in connection to that shooting. We'll let you know how many people are in custody and who police say they are.
Plus, a man from Yakima found guilty of illegally trafficking elk and then selling them on the black market. With details on his sentence and what else he's been ordered to do.
And it is almost Halloween, and we've got info on a trunk or treat happening tonight at WC Tri-Cities. All things spooky straight ahead right here on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, October 30th. Just one day left until Halloween
Eve. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm excited.
Well, you can come to our trunk or treat.
Oh, absolutely.
At Jackson School.
You got good candy?
Of course.
Of course.
That's what it's all about.
And we'll talk more things Halloween later on in the show, but we want to start with continuing coverage, and this on a story we've been tracking all week long. And this is regarding the shooting at a house party in Pasco. We're now learning 2 people have been arrested in connection to this.
So the incident happened last weekend, according to Pasco police. Osman Morales Salto and Brian Panduro Valenzuela have been arrested on 6 counts of assault each.
Morales Salto was arrested Tuesday in Pullman, and Pandero Valenzuela was arrested in Idaho, and he's awaiting extradition back to Franklin County. Pasco police first told us about the shooting on Sunday morning, and they had originally told us 5 people had been hurt. They have since updated that number to 6 with information released just yesterday.
Several agencies across the region were involved in the investigation. Pasco police say everyone who was hurt in this shooting is expected to make a full recovery. Of course, we're going to continue to keep you updated on the story as we learn more.
Turning now to a crime alert, a Yakima County man has been found guilty of illegal elk trafficking. Wildlife officials say 52-year-old Braden Tocqueville was sentenced in Kittitas County, and this to 14 days in jail. He's also been ordered to pay thousands in fines and restitution. According to investigators, he sold dozens of elk on the black market in Washington and Oregon. That's until undercover officers caught him in a sting operation. Authorities say the illegal trade puts serious strain on the state's wildlife population.
503, making a difference now in Walla Walla. A set of keys has officially changed a family's life. It all happened with the help of Hayden Homes and First Story's unique home loan application. Leticia Young, a mother of 4, was at risk of being homeless a year ago, relying on her parents for shelter. But on Christmas Day, she felt the magic of the season and applied for a Hayden home through First Story using a link on our Apple Valley News Now website. Well, fast forward to yesterday. After years of renting, she finally received the keys to her very own home, a moment that left her speechless.
Very overwhelming feeling to be renters for most of my adult life, and to be able to say that I myself was able to purchase a home through First Story is an amazing feeling. It's something that I didn't see that possible in at least a few years, so to be able to enjoy this time with my daughter, who's only going to be around, she plans to go to college.
And Young encourages anyone struggling to find their home to hold on to hope, because when you least expect it, she says everything can just fall right into place.
Looking ahead to today now, WSU Tri-Cities is gearing up for something spooky this Halloween season.
They'll be hosting their annual Trunk or Treat on campus this evening. It'll run from 5:30 to 7:30. The event is free, it's open to the public, and this year the Student Entertainment Board will include a small haunted maze.
Ooh, and the advisor for the Student Entertainment Board says keeping this tradition alive is all about bringing the community together.
I think it's being able to see a lot of our students and staff and faculty to bring down their family and friends from the community. Also seeing the community come over to our community and just have a good time with us, share the Halloween spirit, and come down and seeing all those costumes.
And they have about 20 trunks participating in this year's Trunk or Treat.
And if a trunk or treat isn't your cup of tea, the next place we're going to talk about might be your thing if you're into spooky things.
It's a place you probably wouldn't want to go to otherwise. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz has a look at a unique spot that you can celebrate Halloween at. Take a look.
Halloween is right around the corner, and as a reporter, I wanted to cover a scary story this week, and it's led me to a place that I didn't quite expect. I'm talking about the Franklin County Coroner's Office, where the county can now perform autopsies on-site thanks to a new building that was finished last month. Before this new addition, the coroner's office had to travel to Benson County for autopsies and other work, sometimes in the middle of the night. And according to employees, it could be a real pain.
This is going to save us more time, be more convenient for us. You know, when you're already up middle of the night anyhow, you don't need to add another couple more hours onto that.
And so to celebrate the new building, the coroner's office hosted an open house, giving the public a chance to learn about what the new space brings to the office. This is the autopsy suite, where the coroner says that any gifts are recovered. And by gifts, McGarry and his team means anything from donors, which can include tissue, organs, and most commonly, corneas.
And the reason for that is there's things that don't affect the cornea that affect other areas of the body.
And everything has to happen fast. For any gifts to be recovered, the coroner's office only has 24 hours after the time of death to do so.
For us, it takes a significant amount of time, but we take really good care of the decedent and the family and ensure that their loved ones' gifts make it to those in need.
And if you wanted to watch, you can do it right here in this observation room, although I'm not sure if this is open to the public. And even though it's set up for the open house right now, trucks will pull in through this garage. And last but not least, this is the freezer, but don't worry, there's nobody in there. And at 33 degrees, it's actually more of a refrigerator that can hold more than 10 bodies at a time. The new building won't just make life easier for the coroner's office, but for the Tri-Cities funeral industry as well.
They can do autopsies, they can do toxicologies and everything on site. It's going to be really, really helpful for not only for the coroners, but also the community.
With everything up and running, the coroner's office says that it is better prepared than ever to do its job. Reporting from Pasco, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And most of the funding for the new building came from the American Rescue Plan.
And some of the funds also came from Franklin County as well.
Think you want to check it out? Go into the freezer?
Sure.
I think so, yeah. Be fun.
I'm not afraid of that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Because you watch a lot of true crime.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And I thought about, I mean, this is the career I always wanted to take and then the path I wanted to take, but I always thought that being a coroner would be fascinating.
Ooh, yeah. I feel like you'd be good at it because you're good at investigating and figuring things out. All right, keep it here because coming up next, millions of Americans could lose access to food stamps in the coming weeks as we enter day 29 of the federal government shutdown. Now with this looming overhead, food banks are prepping now to make sure families don't go without food. With how they're helping right after the break.
But first, giving you that live look outside this morning from right here at our Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. Hey, good news. Sunrise only 1 minute later than yesterday. It's been going up by 2 recently, so
look at that.
Is this the change we've been waiting for?
I think so.
Sunrise set for 7:35 this morning. It is 5:09 right now, and Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your first alert forecast and what today is going to look like coming up after the break.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
Mid-Columbia Libraries invites the community to come together through the power of stories by reading great books and meeting the authors who write them. This year's Mid-Columbia Reads Literary Festival celebrates Remarkably Bright Creatures by New York Times bestselling author Shelby Van Pelt. Join us Thursday, November 13th at 7 p.m. at CBC's Jurdy Center in Pasco. Enjoy an evening with the author and get your book signed. This free event is open to everyone.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Somebody needs to get out there and fix it.
I can't reach!
Arizona at Dallas. Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a dry day, but it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy out there, and high temperatures are going to end up being kind of in the same territory that they've been, maybe a little bit cooler for today, as we'll be in the low to mid 50s and into the 40s and 50s for both of our mountain ranges. Okay, high temperatures still going to stay put in the 50s for the next 7 days. Again, there are a few caveats to that. We could be in the very low 60s in the Tri-Cities for Saturday, but otherwise keeping the highs in the 50s, keeping it mostly below average for this time of the year. There will be that potential for some frost for tonight. This is the last night we're going to have to talk about frost, as we're at the very end of growing season, but you can see we're going to be right at or below 32 for Pendleton, Hermiston, the Tri-Cities, up and down the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. So in those areas, got to take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Low temperatures going to stay just about in that range over the next 7 days. You see in the Yakima Valley, there's going to be a few nights where we could be into the mid to upper 30s. Okay, here is, I think, the part of the forecast that everyone has the most vested interest in. This is for Friday night's trick-or-treating time frame. About 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock is the consensus time. There will be rain chances all throughout this time frame. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s, so be sure to bundle up. It's not going to be a total wash, though, and I'll show you that with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:13 now, and millions of Americans could lose access to food stamps in the coming weeks amid the federal government shutdown.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced it does not have the money to pay for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is also known as SNAP. The agency also saying it can't tap into its contingency fund, though Democratic lawmakers and advocates claim they should.
So without food stamps, a lot of families are going to have to decide whether to use their limited budgets to buy groceries, pay rent, fill prescriptions. Locally here, food banks are bracing for a bigger need. At St. Vincent de Paul and Pasco, volunteers are stocking up ahead of what they expect to be a busy winter season. Staff says that they're already seeing more people coming through the doors, and they're preparing for even more as federal benefits could wind down. And in your national headlines this morning, there is a growing concern about the hunger crisis, skyrocketing health insurance premiums as the government shut down Interstate 30. Now, food banks say that they are overwhelmed, not just here locally, but nationally. And on Capitol Hill, things are getting heated as lawmakers exchange accusations about a lack of progress on negotiations. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more.
With the government shutdown now nearing the 1-month mark, tensions flaring on Capitol Hill.
SNAP recipients shouldn't go without food. People should be getting paid in this country. And we've tried to do that 13 times. You voted no 13 times.
42 million Americans are set to lose food assistance at the end of this week. Democrats and Republicans scrambling with dueling proposals to try to extend funding for the SNAP program, also known as food stamps. Senate Majority Leader John Thune blocking a Democratic bill to carve out funding for SNAP, saying Democrats should instead vote to reopen the government. Democrats claim the Trump administration has other ways of paying for SNAP and say they won't agree to reopen the government until Republicans extend health care subsidies to prevent premiums from skyrocketing.
We don't want to pit health care and food. They do. We think you can have both.
Americans on Obamacare now getting their first look at just how much more they could pay next year. One research group saying premiums will rise an average of 26%, but those currently on subsidies could see premiums double.
I'm at $2.45 right now, so that's kind of scary.
Back at food banks, what could be a more urgent crisis.
I'm concerned that the numbers are going to probably double every day.
Patricia Lamb stretches about $130 a week in SNAP benefits to feed herself and her grandkids. And this month's money is almost gone.
Am I not going to pay my mortgage? Am I not going to pay my power bill, my gas bill?
President Trump has said that his administration would figure out a way to keep food benefits flowing, but at this time there haven't been any concrete details released.
And we'll of course keep you updated as we learn more, so keep it here both on air and online. And stay right here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it is almost Halloween, but it's looking like a wet and rainy one, unfortunately. Womp womp. Josh Colbert's going to break it all down in his first alert full weather forecast, which is right after the break.
For 50 years, the 3 best words in the morning.
Good morning, America!
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. They won't let me out of here. Good morning, America.
Monday morning, it's time to celebrate our big birthday on
Good morning, America.
Hello, Alan Brecky here, waiting for the shredding truck again. Today we're concentrating on thinning out our blue files. There's 126 of these blue files that we are saying goodbye to. A lot of memories and a wealth of experience.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
At Good Shepherd, we're your primary care providers from the time your baby is born to caring for loved ones in older age. We're with your family every step of the way, with specialty services like kidney and heart care, urology, orthopedics, and cancer treatment. We provide the care you deserve close to home. And when life takes an unexpected turn, our urgent care team is here for you 7 days a week, because your health can't wait. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Thank you.
I got this.
Strong you love it, how strong you love it, 'cause I've been waiting, yeah.
New America Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar, great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Hello, Alan Brecky here, waiting for the shredding truck again. Today we're concentrating on thinning out our blue files. There's 126 of these blue files that we are saying goodbye to. A lot of memories and a wealth of experience.
Kraken, Rangers. Coverage begins at 7, Saturday on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Well, Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, there will be rain possible for Halloween night into Saturday. Doesn't look like a total washout. We'll go ahead and show you that with Futurecast radar. This is 5 tomorrow morning. This is when we're going to pick up the action, and we continue to put this into motion. And let's see. Is it going to go into motion? Looks like it's not going to go into motion, so we're gonna have to improv here a little bit. But there will be shower chances for Friday night into Saturday. It doesn't look like there's going to be a ton of rainfall. Let's see what's going on here with my system. Okay, let's put this into motion again. Don't know what that was all about, but all right, here we go. This is lunchtime for tomorrow. You can see some light rainfall in the valleys. I'm thinking lower elevation is probably going to be pretty dry during the day for Halloween, but it's going to be into the evening that we could see some showers. Remember that main time frame, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Doesn't look like there's too much on the map, but there's just enough to track with that Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, which of course you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. So that's going to come in very handy for tomorrow night. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating for tomorrow for the next 48 hours. So around a half an inch, if not a little bit closer to an inch of rainfall up in the Cascades. And then to the east of there, not getting that much at all. Now there's going to be more rainfall to come for the day on Saturday. So 5 in the morning on Saturday to 5 in the morning on Sunday. Maybe another inch of rainfall up in the Cascades, but to the east of there, just still not very much at all, especially for the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, and the lower Columbia Basin. Now, as we head into Sunday, we're going to be dry, but then we have some more rainfall to deal with in a Monday through Wednesday, so that's going to be our next bout of rain chances. Very preliminary rainfall totals. This is definitely subject to change. This is 5 to 7 days out. Looks like we could have a little bit more rainfall for the valleys this time. It's still, unfortunately, not much doing for the lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothill is going to be drier as well. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry Thursday and Friday, then small rain chances Halloween night into Saturday. And Yakima, also dry over the next couple days, but shower chances go up Halloween night and especially into Saturday. For Ellensburg, rain likely Halloween night and likely for Saturday as well. A little break in the action Sunday. And then for Hermiston, low to mid 50s with partly to mostly cloudy skies for Thursday and Friday. Low in rain chances Friday night and Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, about a 20% chance of rain on Halloween night. What does that mean? About an 80% chance you'll stay dry trick-or-treating.
I like those numbers better.
Yes,
Me too. Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, after celebrating Halloween this weekend, most Americans will get an extra hour of sleep.
Yay, finally. So daylight saving time ends on Sunday and our clocks will fall back 1 hour.
The time change also means our days will be shorter and nights will be longer as the official start date of winter gets a little bit closer.
Winter is coming.
Winter's coming.
Daylight saving time for most of the U.S. and many other countries begins in March when our clocks skip forward an hour and it ends on the first Sunday of November. The practice began in Europe and the U.S. during World War I to save fuel and power.
And in the U.S., states are not required by law to fall back or spring forward. Hawaii, most of Arizona, and some territories in the Pacific and Caribbean do not observe daylight saving time. Do you guys like it? Are y'all a fan?
There's a lot of hullabaloo around
lots of
daylight saving.
Back and forth.
I would prefer all of us to stay on daylight saving time. There's a lot of research that goes into that. But if you want to see something very nuanced about this time of the year, look at a map of Indiana, county by county. There are like 3 or 4 different time zones that converge across that state. So it's very interesting.
Which is confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You cross a county line and it's a different time.
I get confused all the time.
I know, right? It is what it is at this point. I've lived with it for so long that you just, it's just what happens.
I like the extra hour of sleep, although I don't usually notice it.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I know.
It's lost in the shuffle.
I know. But there is something to be said about, because our days are dark and, if things were to change differently, kids going to the bus stop before and after school kind of idea, keeping them safe, that's always been an argument of why we do what we do. So it's going to happen regardless this year. So here we go. Buckle up. 5:24, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Netflix is recasting the main role in The Witcher, and the new season is dropping. We have who's replacing Henry Cavill in your entertainment news coming up after the break.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us. Get this exceptional offer on select Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
We are primed for an SEC showdown.
The SEC on ABC, Saturdays.
Saturdays on Apple Valley News Now, sponsored locally by Prosser Orthopedic Center. This is how we care.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
An awesome flight over an awesome river. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, we're talking about the new season of Netflix's The Witcher.
And a new star is stepping into the boots of the title character, with Liam Hemsworth taking over the title from Henry Cavill.
He will be missed.
Rick Damigella has all the details. Take a look.
Geralt, you've spent a lifetime battling monsters and men. Your entire being is dedicated to finding someone.
Geralt of Rivia returns to the screen in the 4th season of The Witcher.
What a company I've ended up with.
The new season finds Liam Hemsworth taking over the title role from Henry Cavill.
I did a lot of research into the books, into the everything that they'd shot beforehand. For me, I wanted to understand where he'd come from and what had been done, but I wanted to make sure that by the time I stepped on set, I wasn't sort of thinking about, you know, previous. I didn't want to imitate anything that had been done before. I wanted it to feel organic for me.
My name is Emil Regis. I'm a barber surgeon.
You smell like an apothecary shop?
Yes.
Lawrence Fishburne joins the cast as a character new to the series.
I've never done anything quite like it, and so I always like to do something a little different. So when they offered me this, I thought, can you do it? Does it make sense? Will you fall flat on your face? The Witcher is in a state of flux. You are becoming something new.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Season 4 of The Witcher now streaming on Netflix as of today.
I tried to watch it. I think I watched most of season 1, but then it kind of fell off. I don't know. I guess I got busy, but it's pretty good.
We were just talking about Liam Hemsworth yesterday with the whole Gel versus Peeta thing.
Oh yeah, we were.
Yeah.
So. I think he's a good replacement.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too. My husband has watched the show.
He likes it?
Yeah, I can't quite get into it.
Oh.
I have a hard time with shows like that sometimes because I have a hard time following who's who.
Sometimes you just have to do it, and then it'll just make sense later, like Game of Thrones.
See, and that's where I was with that too. And we did watch. I did watch Game of Thrones, but it was the same thing. I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Gotta,
What was that?
Gotta take notes.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah, get a corkboard
study
going.
while watching a TV show.
No, I usually just
Take
end up falling
notes.
asleep. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Election day just around the corner, and the Kiona-Benton School District is asking voters for a levy renewal on this ballot.
And we have what exactly they're aiming for. It's coming up in your 5:30 half hour. But first, we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a new robot that can give you a hand around the house. The 1X humanoid can answer the front door and take out the trash, but many tasks still require company workers to control it remotely. Pre-orders for the $20,000 robot are now open. More people are watching YouTube on TV these days than on their device. So YouTube plans to start using artificial intelligence to upscale lower resolution videos to high definition. The company aims to support upscaling to 4K resolution in the future. Microsoft says it has restored its Azure cloud service after a global outage. Services and platforms like Microsoft 365, Xbox, and Minecraft were affected, in addition to the websites of Alaska Airlines and London's Heathrow Airport. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flay. Have a great day.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over Polar Whisper and White Delight, well, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall.
And if you don't have the right insurance, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings. So get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
When your dog hears the call of the wild, have the right fuel to answer. Blue Wilderness Chicken, with 30% more protein than Purina Pro Plan chicken, is formulated to give your dog the energy they need to take on the wild with you. Blue Wilderness, stay wild.
Every parent knows when it's time to go into protect mode. Kill 99.9% of bacteria when you add Lysol laundry sanitizer to your laundry routine.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, National Checklist Day today, as in make sure your checklist is all good for Halloween
love
tomorrow.
a checklist.
I do too.
I love a
to-do list. Oh yeah,
Yes.
checklist. I like to manually write and check it off too.
Crossing that off.
The dopamine hit you get when
Yes.
Done.
Or when it's in your planner and everything looks pretty, because my handwriting's ugly. So when it's like, when it's pretty, it's nice.
National Checklist Day. I have quite the checklist. So
if you go over there, there's like a million sticky notes. So I'm not.
Are you a Post-it guy?
I am. I'm not a crazy
Wait, you
person.
had a
I'm just-
checklist. I remember looking at it. It was like 3 pages long, wasn't it?
Yes.
Good gracious.
It's been whittled down a little bit since then.
Good. I love to hear it.
All right. Well, the one thing we don't love to hear, though, is that there
wet,
is
rainy
rain
weather.
on Halloween.
Yes, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a total washout, and it'll add some adventure to the night. You'll have to dodge some showers maybe, and you can download that Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app to track it all yourself.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the big weather stories as we move into this Halloween weekend. First of all, we'll have to deal with more frost for tonight. It's probably the last time we're going to talk about frost, as this is the very, very, very end of growing season. Rain will be possible for Halloween night into Saturday, once again from Monday through Wednesday. High temperatures mostly staying put in the 50s for lower elevations. Wind gusts not doing much for this morning. That's definitely a change in comparison to yesterday. And this is a change in comparison to yesterday. We're much colder this morning, right around freezing for places like Pendleton, the Tri-Cities, and up and down the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. So in those locations, you might have to break out the ice scraper. And once again, for tonight, you'll have to take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. Here's your coatcast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities. Heavy jacket weather through about 10 a.m. Then by 11 a.m., 12 p.m. should be light jacket weather out there. So we'll end up in the low to mid 50s for lower elevations, partly to mostly cloudy skies. And of course, rain chances and clouds picking up for tomorrow. So I'll show you some of the rain chances for that trick-or-treating time frame coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. We start this half hour of news with Your Voice, Your Vote. The Kiona-Benton City School District says strong attendance starts with keeping students engaged both in and out of the classroom.
And that's a part of what's behind a levy renewal appearing on the November ballot. The district is asking voters to approve a replacement educational programs and operations levy that would keep the current tax rate at $1.50 per $1,000 of assessed value. If approved, the measure would continue funding for programs like athletics, music, and art, as well as counselors, nurses, and classroom support.
District leaders say those programs help create a school environment where students feel connected and motivated to show up every day.
Frankly, this levy is a huge part of funding, but the social aspects as well as the overall relationship that we develop with our community is vital to have.
Now, all levy dollars would stay local and go directly towards Kiona-Benton students. Voters will decide on the replacement levy on November 4th.
And talking education news now, Walla Walla Public Schools has a new superintendent with decades of experience in education and service.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with him about his first 100 days on the job and what he hopes to accomplish moving forward.
Dr. Ben Guyon is the new superintendent of Walla Walla Public Schools. With more than 30 years of experience in education across Washington State, he brings a level of leadership and perspective that few can match.
Of course, was a teacher, was a principal, different organizations across the state of Washington.
Guyon says that during his first few months with the district, his focus has been on listening, learning from staff, families, and the community.
We have a community that rallies around our kids. We have great facilities. Now it's really about learning about the innards of what's going on here and hopefully just continue to make us better.
The Walla Walla Public Schools superintendent tells me that while there are many things he wants to accomplish as superintendent, one of the big ones is keeping the district open and inclusive for everyone.
This month, we're launching a campaign, and it ties really well with Goal 3, which is creating a culture of belonging. And so that happens to be kind, be civil, belong. And so during that month, for example, we're trying to make sure that we have opportunities to go ahead and show through either our modeling, through morning announcements, through social media hashtags, the things that we want within our schools.
Guyon has also started a Hispanic Leaders Focus Group, part of the district's Vision 2030 plan, which is an effort to strengthen connections between the district and Walla Walla's Hispanic community and build inclusion.
But one of the things that we also learned was that there was a lot of people that we weren't reaching out to. So between myself and my communications director, we were able to go ahead and form an outreach group that involved a lot of members from our Hispanic community here in Walla Walla. So in this past week, we had almost 50 people just sharing about what their hopes, their dreams are, and concerns.
For now, Guyon says the focus is on moving forward, continuing to build relationships and grow the district through collaboration, education, and community support. In Walla Walla, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And Guyon says that those partnerships with teachers, families, and community members will be essential to reaching the district's long-term goals and helping students to thrive. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, we're talking sports and highlight a special player from the Seattle Kraken. Kraken Player of the Week is back, and we have the details on who it is coming up after the break.
Somebody needs to get out there and fix it. I can't reach!
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Busy day? No worries. Call ahead and order your favorite pizza to go. Quick, easy pickup, slices, salads, and soft drinks. Lunch made simple with our Monday to Friday quick lunch special. Students get $1 off every pizza slice, and school staff enjoy 10% off their orders Monday through Friday until 4 p.m. Gray's Pizza and Bar. Great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
To me, Harlem is home. But home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3.
When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack! It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary. Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Now you wouldn't Gorilla Glue a bat back together. But you could. Gorilla Glue foams into the surfaces, creating an incredibly strong bond. Let's give it a rip. It worked.
For 50 years, the three best words in the morning.
Good morning, America!
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. They won't let me out of here.
Good morning, America!
Monday morning, it's time to celebrate our big birthday on
Good Morning, America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in the Kittitas Valley. We're going to be in the low 50s, mostly cloudy skies. Then in the Yakima Valley, mid-50s as well, partly cloudy skies. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, we'll also see the low to mid-50s, mostly cloudy to overcast. And across the map for today, at least for lower elevations, the wind gust is going to be pretty calm. Could be a little bit breezy up in the Cascades. Then for the foothills, partly cloudy to overcast, low 50s for the Morrow County foothills, going to be in the mid-50s for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, and then 40s and 50s for the highest elevations of the Blue Mountains. Okay, high temperatures gonna really just stay put in this territory over the next 7 days, as we'll mostly be in the 50s. Now, there could be a couple days where we could touch right at 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities, but in the Yakima Valley, we'll keep it in the 50s. We'll keep it mostly below average for the very end of October and the first week of November. For tonight, one more night where we'll have to be concerned about the frost or freeze potential. After this, I think it's just going to be a little bit too late for growing season, so we won't have to be concerned about the frost anymore. But for tonight in the valleys, for the basin, for portions of the foothills, you have to take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Overnight low is going to stay in the 30s and 40s over the next 7 days, hovering around average in general. So, cold as you would expect for this time of the year. And for tomorrow night, it's going to be cloudy, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Rain chances, we'll time those out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Hi, Josh. Thanks so much. It is 5:42, and we are talking sports now. From scoring the franchise's first ever hat trick to now serving as its captain, Jordan Eberle is a Kraken history maker, and that's exactly why he is this week's Seattle Kraken player profile. Our very own Jake Gable has more details. Take a look.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Jordan Eberle joined the Seattle Kraken as a key selection in the 2021 NHL expansion draft, immediately stepping into a leadership role as an alternate captain. He quickly made history, scoring the franchise's first hat trick in a 5-2 victory against the Buffalo Sabres. His ability to perform in crucial moments was further showcased when he scored Seattle's first Stanley Cup playoff overtime goal, securing a 3-2 win against the Colorado Avalanche in the 2023 Western Conference first round. In March 2024, Eberle celebrated a significant milestone, playing his 100th NHL game. His leadership culminated into an announcement on October 8, 2024, when Jordan was named the second captain in Seattle Kraken history, a testament to his profound contributions to the team. Most recently, Jordan Eberle scored 2 goals, contributing to the Seattle Kraken's 3-2 victory over the Edmonton Oilers this past Saturday, marking his first multi-point effort of the season and his 4th goal in the last 4 games. He opened the scoring early in the game and added the eventual game winner in the 3rd period. This performance helped the Kraken continue their best start in franchise history.
And with 4 goals in his last 4 games, he continues to write new chapters in the team's best start ever. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. Giving you a live look outside right now from our Biomark camera in Yakima. It is 5:45, and when we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your full First Alert forecast as we head into Halloween weekend.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models.
See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a rugged new Toyota Tacoma for just $279 per month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you an energy worker receiving home health care? Don't settle. It's time to choose better care. At CNS Cares, our local nurses provide reliable care you can count on. Your dedicated care manager will help you get all the care and benefits you've earned.
My first provider made a lot of promises. CNS Cares has delivered.
Find out why more families are switching to CNS Cares. Visit cnscares.com.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
The amazing St. Joe River on Fly the Northwest Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, rain will be possible for Halloween night and Saturday. It doesn't look like it's going to be a total washout, so we'll show you that now with Futurecast radar. We'll put it into motion. This is 8 tomorrow morning, starting to see a few showers up in the Cascades. By lunchtime, Futurecast being very bullish with some of these rain chances for the valleys during the day. I think it's, just being a little bit aggressive for my taste, but then this is going to be the main time frame, all right? 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's generally the main trick-or-treating time frame out there. You see there's not going to be a ton of rain for lower elevations, but there's going to be just enough to where you might have to dodge some showers. Now, later into the evening, that's when the rainfall is going to pick up in the Cascades, and then overnight into Saturday morning, that's when rain chances are going to pick up even more. And again, for tomorrow night, you might have to dodge a few showers. You can track the showers on the map yourself with that interactive radar feature by downloading, of course, the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, so here are the rainfall totals through 5 in the morning on Saturday. Around a half an inch to an inch of rainfall for the Cascades. You see to the east of there, just not much doing at all. But we have more rainfall to deal with throughout the day on Saturday. So it looks like maybe another inch for the Cascades. Not very much at all for the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, or the Lower Columbia Basin, and very minimal totals for the foothills and for the Blues. So definitely not a washout for this weekend, but you might have to dodge some showers. And then looks like we have some more active weather in the next week. Monday through Wednesday, more rain chances. It's still 5 to 7 days out, so these numbers are definitely subject to change. But this could be another wet one, around 1.5 inches of rainfall for the Cascades. Maybe a little bit more for the valleys this time, 0.1 to 0.3 inches. Still not very much for the Lower Columbia Basin. And in terms of snowfall for pass level, for our mountain passes, it just doesn't really look like that's going to pan out for the next couple storm systems. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry Thursday and Friday, then small rain chances Halloween night into Saturday. In Yakima, also dry over the next couple days, but shower chances go up Halloween night and especially into Saturday. For Ellensburg, rain likely Halloween night and likely for Saturday as well. A little break in the action Sunday. For Hermiston, we will see low to mid 50s with partly to mostly cloudy skies for Thursday and Friday, and low end rain chances Friday night and Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, about a 20% chance of rain on Halloween night, thus an 80% chance you'll stay dry trick-or-treating.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. First up, an update on that shooting at a house party in Pasco. 2 people have now been arrested in connection to that shooting that happened last weekend. Pasco police say 2 men, Osman Morales Salto and Brian Panduro Valenzuela, have both been arrested on 6 counts of assault each. Morales Salto was arrested Tuesday in Pullman. Panduro Valenzuela was arrested in Idaho and now is awaiting extradition back to Franklin County. We'll, of course, keep you updated as we continue to get more.
And a Yakima County man has been found guilty of illegal elk trafficking. Wildlife officials say 52-year-old Braden Takil was sentenced in Kittitas County to 14 days in jail. He's also been ordered to pay thousands in fines and restitution. And according to investigators, he sold dozens of elk on the black market in Washington and Oregon. That's until undercover officers caught him in a sting operation. Authorities say the illegal trade puts serious strain on the state's wildlife population.
And the Cayuga City School District says strong attendance starts with keeping students engaged, both in and out of the classroom. And that's a part of what's behind a levy renewal appearing on the November ballot. The district is asking voters to approve a replacement educational program and operations levy that would keep the current tax rate at $1.50 per $1,000 of assessed value. Now, if approved, the measure would continue funding for programs like athletics, music, and art, as well as counselors, nurses, and classroom support. Voters will decide on the replacement levy on November 4th.
And millions of Americans could lose access to food stamps in the coming weeks amid the federal government shutdown. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced it does not have the money to pay for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is also known as SNAP. Locally, food banks are bracing for the bigger need. St. Vincent de Paul in Pasco says they're already seeing more people coming through the doors and they're preparing for even more. Volunteers are stocking up and they're asking the community for donations and more volunteers as it's needed now more than ever.
WSU Tri-Cities is hosting their annual Trunk or Treat on campus this evening. It'll run from 7:30 to 5:30. The event is free, it's open to the public, and this year the Student Entertainment Board will include a small haunted maze. They have about 20 trunks participating in this year's Trunk or Treat. Again, it all takes place tonight.
In your national headlines this morning, sources say National Guard troops will be deployed in Washington, D.C. through February of next year. The troops' orders were expected to lapse at the end of November before Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth extended them. More than 2,000 troops from 7 states are mobilized in the nation's capital. President Trump deployed them in August as part of a crime crackdown. However, the troops have largely been tasked with beautification efforts around the city. D.C.'s Attorney General has also requested a judge order their removal from the city.
5:53 in your business headlines. Thinking about renting out an Airbnb to host a Halloween party this weekend? Well, you may want to have a backup plan ready. Airbnb says it is once again rolling out its anti-party system for the holiday. It's a policy the vacation rental company has implemented over the last 5 years. They say last year they prevented more than 40,000 people across the U.S. and Canada from booking entire home listings for Halloween high-risk bookings. They'll be blocked with alternative accommodation suggested. Airbnb is also warning adults not to book a property for other people.
Now to your health headlines. The FDA has announced it will take steps to streamline the process to develop generic versions of complex biological drugs. The changes are meant to accelerate approvals for cheaper alternatives, and that's for medications used to treat a wide range of illnesses. That would lead to increased market competition and lower drug costs for Americans. Biologic drugs are developed using living sources such as bacteria, yeast, and animal cells. Biologics have a special pathway to FDA approval, and biosimilars, alternatives to the brand name products, are also treated differently than other generic drugs.
And it's been over 10 years since Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao took each other in what was called the fight of the century. Now, despite both being well into their 40s, we might see a famous rematch between the two. They're the best boxer of their generation. Speaking to the Seconds Out YouTube channel, Pacquiao said that a rematch against Mayweather is almost agreed upon. He also revealed it would likely take place in Vegas and that there are a few conditions that they're still negotiating. Pacquiao last fought professionally in July of this year. Mayweather retired from professional boxing in 2017 with an undefeated 50-0 record.
I'm excited. Now, trending this morning, dictionary.com is out with its word of the year, and it's a word you may not know, but your kids will definitely know what it is. Jade, what is it?
6'7".
Oh boy.
So
what does it mean?
It's ridiculous.
6'7" is a slang phrase that's widely used by the Gen Alpha age group. It has ties to rapper Skrilla's song called Doot Doot, and some say it means so-so, or maybe this, maybe that.
I've never felt so old in my life. So dictionary.com's word of the year is meant to put a spotlight on social trends and global events that define the year, and the online dictionary said it analyzes news, headlines, social media, and more to find what makes the biggest impact on conversations.
Searches for 6'7" have dramatically risen since this summer, right? Because no one knew what it meant.
Yeah.
The kids were just starting to say it, and I was like, what the heck are you guys doing? And it does. It refers back to a rap song where he talks about the 6'7", talking about like 67th Street.
Okay.
And now, I don't even think the kids know why they do it.
With Gen Alpha, I'm like, I still don't get it. I hear the explanation. I'm just like, why
I'll be driving down the road, and then Genevieve will just do it.
6'7".
She'll just be in her car seat.
Wasn't 41 a thing, or trying to be a thing?
That goes with 6'7".
Oh, sorry. I'm not with it.
I know.
You're more with it.
Well,
See,
these kids, they keep me fresh.
I feel like when I was a senior in high school, that's when dabbing was a big thing. I feel like older, like, this is how they felt. I feel it now. How older generations perceive it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, the 41, I think you do your hands down.
Okay.
41.
I just know the Yeah plays by Usher and Lil Jon. I'm running to the dance floor.
Oh,
that was
100% running to the dance floor. Oh, I hope you've learned something this morning. Coming up next, still much more ahead. There is a lot to do for Halloween, but we have a look at something very unique if you're into maybe some scary, spooky things. This is the thing for you, and we have the details on it and where you can check it out.
Plus, it's almost time to fall back. Daylight saving time is coming up this weekend. We've got when you need to set your clocks back. All the details are coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we are tracking some frost again for tonight, but then some rain chances for Halloween night, and then into Saturday. It could impact the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. And more than that as well, but I'll talk about that with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.
Our next hour is 6 to 7.
You guys are the worst.
You love us.
6, 7.